Hello, everybody. Welcome to Misfit Monday. I am Jonny. I am the DM. I will be DMing, because that's me. You can tell that I'm not actually following the script. I just randomly said that because it was awkward as shit. Anyways, hi. You want a list of all the cast names, socials, and pronouns? Check out the chat or the episode description, depending on how you're watching. We stream every Monday at 7:30 p.m. Pacific time, excluding the last Monday of each month. Sometimes, whenever we want to, we'll tell you if we do. Please make sure to follow us, subscribe to the channel, participate in chat, join our Discord, do all the things. Like and subscribe, whatever. Slam that bell button, do all the things, whatever you want. Yeah. If you're listening, please consider rating the channel and leaving us a review if you want. It'd be great. Yeah. We also want to take some time to thank our supporters, right?
Yes. Hi, everybody. We would also like to take the time to talk about our supporters for our campaign. First of all, we would like to thank our main sponsor for the campaign called Roll20. If you're watching the stream and listening to the stream and looking for a way to get together with some friends online, Roll20 is a great way to do so. Go check them out at roll20.net and check out the chat or episode description for our direct link.
Woo! And then we also want to thank Sirenscape for allowing us to use their super cool music app. Every week, it's awesome, and you should go check it out by the link in the episode description or the chat. Also, we're raising money. If you can't tell by our overlay, again.
Oh, yeah.
We're raising money for the Trevor Project. So there's going to be a link in the chat where you can go and donate. Yeah.
I don't know the command.
It's that one. There you go.
There it is.
So you can check that out.
Should have figured that one out.
And we'll also have one in the episode description. I don't know. I didn't put it on the last one, but I think I'm going to put it on this one because why not? So check it out there as well. Anyways. Follow the link, do the things, all that, yada yada yada.
Just hold on, wait a minute. Let's do this a little bit nicer. All right?
Yes, please.
Let's clean up the act a little bit here. We're gathering funds for the month of June to celebrate Pride. We're gathering funds for the Trevor Project specifically, which is an organization that is focusing on supporting youth within the LGBT and helping them get all the help that they need, which is incredibly important, especially in today's socio-political
climate
hellscape.
Yeah.
So any bit of support is appreciated. There are some special rewards. It's mostly just wild magic for some of our casters. I don't know who's opted in for it.
I don't even know if we finalized that yet because
it's fine.
It's been a busy week. If you couldn't tell by the way that we started this session,
it's okay. What matters is helping the youth.
Exactly. The youths.
So that's all that matters. It'll be running all the way through June. Mm-hmm. Even if we're not streaming, the link is still gonna work. So at any point, if anybody wants to help, you can do so, and it'll
hit it up.
Be a good cause. Yeah.
Cool. Thank you for picking up on that because, like I said, it's been
It's all right.
Yeah. But let's get into a recap. So, episode 25, the village of Krezk. Yeah. You met with the burgomaster of Krezk, who accepted the cart of wine that you had brought after reading the letter written by Adrian Mardikov. And after only a short conversation, you saw Esmeralda approaching the party and looking for none other but Johans. After learning where Johans was, she brought you to her cottage and began getting into a discussion of sorts with Johans for reasons like leaving without saying goodbye and chasing after his mentor without a second thought, etc., etc.
Who would do that?
Yeah. But after the fight was done, an understanding was found, and a even bigger discussion occurred between Esmeralda and the rest of the party, dealing with the weaknesses each of you had found dealing with Strahd, along with secret that Irina was a reincarnation of Tatiana. After this discussion, Luna was brought back, thanks to Esmeralda having 20 gold piece worth of oils, incense, and herbs, and you decided to check out the Shrine of the White Sun, the only place that anybody has ever seen sunshine in Barovia. After arriving, you found that the statue that was placed within the gazebo just on the outside of this little pond was changed into the liking of Sergei von Zarovich, who immediately looked at Irina thinking that it was Tatiana. Irina approached, turning to the party, understanding what this meant, and touched his hand, her soul leaving her body and her body falling into a comatose state. The skies then darkened, and Strahd appeared to collect her body, and after a perilous fight, Strahd was able to take Irina's body, and Izek was killed by a disintegrate spell. So, we start now with the heavy rain still falling, the storm seeming to have been reduced to only thunder, and some townsfolk coming out, seeing what had just happened, why it was such a violent storm that had just calmed. But you all gather near Izek's ashes. What would you all like to do?
Katya is still just on her knees, dejected and down.
Yeah.
Totally exasperated.
All right. Esmeralda just kind of comes and is basically just a supportive part in this. Doesn't seem to know what to say at the moment.
When an appropriate amount of time has passed, Johans is going to grab one of his old empty holy water vials, the ones that he doesn't have any use for anymore.
Okay.
And he's going to fill one of them with some of the ashes.
Okay. Is there anything I can do? Says Esmeralda. The Johans specifically.
I don't think there's anything anyone can do.
She just sits next to you, or kneels rather, and just hugs you. What were you gonna say, Katya?
I'll grab like a handful of the ashes.
Okay.
And I'm gonna walk over way back up here to the lake. And like hold them out and spread them out over the water. Let them blow away. And just... She just quietly says, I'm sorry, brother. Didn't get to know you, and I should not have brought you along. Forgive me.
Esmeralda stands up and just kind of looks down to Johans. I don't think that he would be coming back. Maybe it's best that we go back to my cottage. I can go get things ready. I'll leave the three of you here, if you'd like.
Okay.
So she takes her leave, heading back to her cottage, leaving the three of you there.
Did Strahd take all of Irina's stuff with him?
He picked up everything that he could that was on Irina already. So, yes. However, I do believe she gave the book, the history book, to Esmeralda. Oh, Sorsha, you're muted.
Yes, I have, like any other Zoom call that happened since 2020. I read it and then gave it back to
That's what
Irina.
it was. That's what it was.
Yep.
So, a few moments go by. Is there anything that you want to do? Or would you all like to return back to Esmeralda's cottage?
Yeah, I'm just planning on moping here until we start moving back, I guess.
Okay.
I'll after whatever Johan deems to be at the appropriate amount of time, he'll unpocket Luna onto Katya's shoulder and cast Warm Embrace.
Oh,
So that even in the cold rain, Katya feels that little bit of hollow warmth at this point.
You feel warm, but
Yeah.
still there's that cold emptiness. It's like your skin is warm, but yet that pit in your stomach is so dense that it's not allowing you to even enjoy that whatsoever.
Not sure biologically I get much from warmth anyway, so he doesn't even really react to it.
So, whenever the moment comes that Johans deems enough, you are then brought back to Esmeralda's cottage, where you see that she has set up the fireplace, placed a few chairs there, and is nowhere to be seen, seeming to be giving you space.
I'll I'll fucking dry up everybody and clean them up as we
Okay.
step in. Just
All right.
I'm not in the mood to wrangle with that new fucking name.
But prestidigitation.
Brother,
There you go. Everybody is dry. Anemone. Anemone. I love it. Is there anything that anybody would like to do?
I would like to kill Strahd.
Well, I mean,
Seconded. You asked.
And you didn't say like in the context of the scene. You just in general.
Sure.
Strahd's death
No, you're right.
would probably be
Mhm.
pretty good. I'm just saying.
mm-hmm.
No, jokes aside. I think Johans is just going to kind of do that thing where you kind of sit just on the edge of somebody's vision because you're letting them know that you're there,
Mm-hmm.
but you also don't want them to feel like you're forcing your presence into their emotions. So right now, Johans is very much on the Katya, I'm here for you. Just whenever you reach out, I'll be here. Kind of.
Yeah.
She is very much in her own bad world. Just kind of slumped up against a wall, staring down at her knees.
I'm gonna make a cup of tea
Okay.
and bring it to a couple cups of tea, and bring him to Katya and Johan's, because she doesn't know what to do because she hasn't been around long enough.
Yeah.
And she'll take the cup, and now she's staring at that. I couldn't protect them.
You didn't. You couldn't have done anything.
I know. I couldn't do anything.
But that doesn't mean that you need to take this onto your shoulders. Your brother loved you.
My brother's dead because of me.
He is not dead because of you. That is where you need to shut the fuck up. You cannot think that in your brain.
I told him to chase after Strahd.
You would have done it anyways.
Should have been me instead.
No.
And I won't be able to protect any of you either.
That is not true. That is not true. Even though your brother's physical body is no longer with us, his spirit will never stop being with you. He'll never stop protecting you. You know how I know? Because I see spirits all the time. I have seen visions. He never ceased to exist. And what he did, he was doing it to protect you and to protect Irina. That could have been any of us. That is no one's fault but Strahd's. You have to believe that. Because if you sit there and think that you're the fault for this, then Strahd has won. You can't let him do that. We fight on for Irina to go find her. And we fight for Izek.
I'll try.
That is the best that you can do.
I'll try not to lose you too.
We are in this together.
Yeah. We were.
We still are.
So a few moments pass and you see Esmeralda coming in and just kind of checking to make sure that everything is okay. Getting like an eye on Johan's, just making sure that kind of the glance of, should I stay out? Should I come in?
He doesn't say anything, but he just kind of does like the finger wiggle of when you're trying to like hold somebody's hand, but you're not overtly, just kind of like just come here,
Yeah.
kind of thing.
So she enters just to make sure that, you know, everybody's okay, and you stay here for a few moments in silence,
10
I
years.
imagine. Forever.
Yeah.
However, a few moments pass, the crackling of the fireplace filling the ambiance of the evening. The only sound that really has any part in this room. Then you hear a knock at the door. and tense look comes from Esmeralda, but she just puts her hand down, says, I'll go check who that is. Just be ready.
I'm gonna hold Jeff touch.
Okay.
I'll stand up and kind of put my hand over my sword.
Yeah, if that, you know what? No, it's gonna be magic missile.
Okay. Okay. Just holding this magic missile in your hand. Sorsha.
I'm gonna have no, I don't have it ready yet. I'm gonna tiger claw it, I guess.
Sweet, sounds good. Okay. But you guys are quickly relieved because as the door opens, she slowly opens it and you hear the Baron's voice, Dimitri.
Magic
Just-
missile.
On the other end, just looking, not inside, like peering, but like more of just because it was slowly opened, was, is everything okay? There was a big storm, and I just wanted to make sure that everyone was okay. There were people that reported damages. Is everyone okay? And Esmeralda, for the most part, yes. Thank you for checking in. Yeah, of course. And here. And he hands over another coin purse that he says, this is the other 100 gold pieces that I promised your friends, so I just wanted to give that to you since I was making my rounds. I hope you all sleep well. And so he takes his leave. Esmeralda closes the door. She just sets the gold down, knowing, reading a room, seeing that that's probably not the biggest deal.
Fuck the
Places it on a table near the door and then just sits back down next to Johans. So, is there anything you would like to do before sleeping slash...
Yep, I was just gonna be like, if we do something today, we'll probably take at least a short rest before that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think I think we're all I think we're just gonna rest.
Sure.
Yeah, I think that sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you all begin to bed down for rest. Johans, I imagine you're casting
I'm sleeping on I'm doing the fucking ritual.
under
Sure,
the under the wing. Okay.
Yeah, and then I'll stay on the couch and I'll fucking on a chair, whatever the fuck.
Sure.
I'm doing.
You guys are setting up.
I'm protecting, and
to
then I'm gonna
sleep.
fall asleep right then and there. I don't give a shit.
Absolutely. So, you all find sleep, some more difficult than others. Katya, as you dream,
did not move the entire night from her little
sure,
sat up against the wall.
sleep naturally takes you. As much as you're staying awake because of the terrifying and awful events that just transpired, you're exhausted from the day before, and sleep finally takes you. You can try as hard as you want to stay awake if you'd like, but
I feel like with the ass whooping I got, like I feel like I don't have a chance. So
okay.
yeah.
So, as you begin to sleep, a dream comes over you of you playing this scene in your head over and over and over again. This nightmare just repeating itself. And each time you try to tell Izek to wait, knowing the result of what would happen, but each time the same words come out of your mouth. Of course we're going to go get her. Go! And you continue to watch him turn and run, only to be disintegrated by Strahd's spell. Those evil black eyes looking directly back at you, just as he disappears. play this moment in your head hundreds of times until you finally hear your mother's voice in your mind again. You could have saved him. Your brother is now dead because of you. You sent him in. You should have been the one to go. But you could have the power to stop him from ever doing that again. Save your brother.
Bitch.
You only need to say yes.
There's no powers I would take from you for any goal.
Had you have accepted before, maybe things would have been different. No matter. And you feel that presence leaving. But yet you continue to endure this torment of seeing this happen over and over and over again. But you
Fucking
all
rough
awaken.
night.
Fucking super rough night for everybody. But you all awaken. The next morning, everybody seeming to have been untouched through the night. You hear the sound of a busy street outside. You hear church bells, livestock. The rain seems to have stopped along with the thunderstorm, but you all awaken nonetheless. What would you all like to do?
I'll start making breakfast.
Sure. Esmeralda just sees that you're doing that and good idea. And just helps you make breakfast. I don't know how to continue forward. I'm just going to try and just continue doing things and give them their space, I guess. I don't know. Were you close?
No, not really. I just kind of joined in with the group not too long ago. They've been very accepting, and I was just getting to know Zack. But I think at this point in time, for the two of them, giving them space is probably the best.
Okay.
Do not take it personal.
No, I wouldn't take it personal. I only want to do the best for them. Anyways, well.
Can I ask you something?
Sure.
What is going on between you and Johans?
Well, Johans and I are in a relationship.
Oh, that is so nice.
Well, it was. Then Johans decided to leave one night without saying anything, and I was forced to track him down and figure out where he went, and of course he came here. But if you know Johans as well as I do, you know that deep down he is a good person. He's troubled, but who isn't?
That is true. Yeah, I mean, so far so good. There's just met him, so
Well,
but he
that's good.
seems like a good person. Yes. You break his heart, I'll kick your ass. So this has been a good talk. Are you hungry?
Good. Well, I mean, same way. Just make sure not to do anything, okay?
That's
She
fine.
just
I've got
winks.
that, my friend. It's okay.
Why
It's fine.
are you threatening each other?
Oh no,
Okay,
it's just a friendly
Nothing.
thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Just us girls, don't worry.
That girly things.
Breakfast, and then the two of you bring over plates and stuff.
Gemstone, do you have any extra paper of any kind? Was it just?
I don't have any arcane paper, if that's what you're asking for. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's okay. And he just wanders back out. There's like a side room, right?
Yeah. There's like the main room. There's like a guest room and then her room.
All right, I'll go into her room.
Okay, sure.
And lock myself in.
Okay.
Boom, chicka, boom, boom.
So, you go into her room and she just kind of. Did you take a plate? I think it's hilarious if you didn't. She's just like holding the plate.
No, I
she's just
I
like.
legitimately didn't. I asked for paper and then I just walked out.
Well, and then she's gonna bring it over to Katya and just say, Johans doesn't seem like he's going to eat, so I think that it might be best for you to,
Well, she'll take it and try to eat.
Sure.
She's mostly just picking at it, taking maybe a couple bites.
She'll sit next to you and take over for Johans is like, I'm there, even though, I mean, she knows that she might not be like the rock that you might be needing for support, but she's just there and she just sits there silently until you engage or something happens. But
I will be in the room for exactly 46 minutes.
Okay.
Just once those 46 minutes happen, let me know and I'm back.
Got it.
I'm gonna sit down with them, and Y is gonna come out and buzz around and sit on Katya's shoulder, just like looking over.
Well, there is other things to do in Krezk. If I was looking into a werewolf attack that happened 2 nights ago. Yeah, 2 nights ago. if you're interested, I don't know if you need something to get your mind off of everything, but or we can speak to the Baron, see if he needs anything, or
I'll elbow Katya. That werewolf, or do you want to go talk to the Baron? Which one? It is your decision. It's decision for Katya Day.
All right, let's go kill a werewolf.
That girl.
Okay. Well, I haven't looked too much into it, but apparently there was a someone here was attacked by a werewolf, but it doesn't make any sense because of the gates being there. Nobody saw one, and I don't know. The information is a little fishy, so.
Who told you it was a werewolf?
Everybody was saying that everyone that saw the body said that it was slashing and not the pretty sight, but the Burgomaster told me that he wanted me to take a look into it. But, of course, that morning that he told me that I should go take a look, I received a message from a boyfriend that I had come to Barovia to look for, and I was a little distracted for the whole day, so.
Oh, I know who that is.
Yes, it's Johans. Katya, I don't know if you know, but Johansson är.
I assumed.
Okay. Well,
It's from anyway. Yes.
I'm
That's-
sorry if I made anything awkward. I didn't mean
Oh.
to. Just
Not for me. Let's once Johans is done, let's go talk to
sure.
the Baron about it and see if we can get a look at this victim.
Okay. So, exactly 46 minutes goes by, and Johans unlocks the
No.
door.
Not Johans.
What?
The door opens.
Nani?
There ain't
Nani?
nobody there.
Okay.
Because I am invisible.
The door opens, and Esmeralda looks over and says, Johans?
Let's go.
Okay. Here,
We're going
and
to go
she
kill a
puts out her
werewolf.
coat a little bit, and she just says, hold on to that so I know where you are. You can let go at any time. So.
Immediately, let's go.
Okay, well, I guess I won't know where you are. But if you didn't hear, we are going to look into a werewolf attack. So, just to keep our minds off of things.
That's great. Let's do that.
Okay, well, here we go. And she opens the door. You all exit to find a working city, similar to what you had seen when you came that evening. You see livestock in little pens. You see people walking back and forth with crops and water, materials, wood. Seems like this is just a working town, and that's how they get by. But you exit, a few people waving to Esmeralda, and she waves back and says, okay, well, the house is this way, so maybe we can check that out before anything else.
I have to say, before this werewolf attack, this town is a lot nicer than the ones we went to previously.
Oh,
So,
which one did you go to?
you had a,
Valakai?
Yeah, and
Yeah,
then
that place is a bit of a shit show.
bit of a mess.
Yeah.
Before that, we were in Barovia, the village.
Ah,
It was a
the
little
village
better,
is okay, but it just
Some characters.
the chills every time that I see the castle up on the cliff there.
Quite nice by comparison.
That is one of the reasons why I came back here. Is, well, one, I came into Barovia from this side of the road instead of the village, and another, it is the safest place to be, at least in Barovia. Granted, Strahd is still a problem, but at least there's walls.
Let's hope they hold.
Yes. She pats you on the back lightly and just continues forward.
She like tenses up, like flinches a little bit at the touch, but like lets it, doesn't make a big deal out of it.
Sure. You continue down this road, passing a few different people. What's up?
As we're traveling, I want to keep my eyes open for any particularly old individuals that I may or may not recognize. I might be around.
Yes. Okay. Go ahead and do a perception check.
And that's why I became invisible.
I see.
Yeah. Perception.
Correct.
I don't fucking see nothing.
Okay. 4. Rough.
It's okay. I'm depressed anyway.
Yep, pretty much. You're looking around, and I mean, like, Oh, you can re-roll for a halfling.
Oh yeah, I can. Oh. But I'm depressed.
But you are depressed, that is for sure.
Well, technically, I rolled twice. Wouldn't we just use the 20
for
there?
for things like that, I like to do a
Sure.
re-roll just because. Yeah. Okay. Well,
Sure,
that's a 6.
thanks. That's great.
Yeah.
A little
I
better.
appreciate it.
Cool. So.
I see fuck all
Still.
because I'm depressed.
Still, yeah. You look
Nice.
around. It doesn't seem like there's anybody that
Nice.
matches the description of the person you're looking for.
That's great.
But
Nice.
you head down this small road, this little trail, rather, and you come to a small cottage, a little bigger than Esmeralda's, but small nonetheless, especially compared to anything in Valakai. All of these homes that you pass are tiny in comparison to even the worst homes in Valakai. It seems like this town was built for necessity and efficiency rather than comfortability, minus those stone walls. But you come to this small cottage, and the first thing that you notice is there is a blood stain that is within the on the ground. It's under a canopied wooden, like, I think canopy is the right word, where it's like a roof over a certain area. It seems to be the walkway outside of the cottage to get to this little farm area on the side of the cottage. You see just underneath this pool of blood, dried, but still very present and dark, almost black at this point. But as you come here, Esmeralda kneels just next to it and says, This is the place. I was going to look for clues, but like I said... Oh, Joe Hunts, are you here? I'm not sure if you heard me the last time, but the reason why I didn't do this the first time that they were told, that they told me, was because you had messaged me. A little distracted because of that.
You're
Okay.
welcome.
Okay. Maybe no jokes today. Anyways, all right. So here is this. If you want to take a look, I'm going to go talk to the people that live here. Well, person.
Oh, that was okay. There's people who live here. Good to know.
Yeah.
I was already like going for the door
Yes.
in my brain.
The burgomaster told me that the husband is still alive.
Who was killed?
What was his name? Alec? Alec. Yeah, Alec was his name.
Did he live here too?
I believe so.
You know what? I'm really dumb because I have Luna now.
Uh-huh.
Because I haven't had her for the last few sessions. I completely just
For like perception checks and stuff?
yeah, I could have had her
Sure.
just I'm gonna send her just
You're doing it?
around
Up
the house.
to the abbey?
Just no, just around the house.
Up to the...
Just-
Got it, okay.
I'm not
Okay,
a
go
psychopath.
ahead and do a perception check.
That's
You did it last session, so I just needed to make sure.
Well, yeah,
Didn't get there,
then that was before shit hit the fan.
Yeah.
I am vulnerable today.
True,
Right.
true.
My heart's not in the right place to do that.
13.
Oh, that's
Taking
my
a look
passive
around.
Perception. Fucking.
One of the things that you notice is that parts of the farm have been a little torn up. Near the bloodstain that you had seen before, getting a bird's eye view now, it makes it a lot easier to see that the straight rows of crops, part of that area just near the bloodstain, have been kind of dug out and scratched at and messed with. That's one of the main things that you see. Everything else seems to be relatively in place, I guess.
Okay.
But
I'm gonna wait for everybody else to do.
sure.
what they wanna
Esmeralda
do
looks
before I
back
do
over to
so.
Sorsha and says, yes, Alec was the one that died, and Emmerich was the one that was left. I know that Alec was part of Krezk's militia, but I don't know why he was targeted. If he was, or if it was just an accident, I don't know. But yes, Emmerich should be here. I'll go see if I can get into contact with them. If you all want to take a look.
Okay.
So, she makes her way over towards the door. What would you all like to do? If there's anything.
Did
Actually.
you go first?
Okay. So I would like actually to go out to where the plants are.
Okay.
And if there's any of them that still seem to be clinging onto life and they're not dead plants, I'm going to do speak with plants.
Okay. You find a small little little carrot patch that you're able to come to, and it seems like they're still alive. I mean, it looks like, this farm is relatively big for how small Krezk is. So that small patch of farm that was, scratched at and dug in, it's only a small percentage of this. So you're able to find live crops relatively easily.
I was going to say, like, right around where the scratching was.
And
Okay.
sure enough, one of the first ones you find is little carrot patch.
I'm going to talk to the little carrots.
Okay. So you
Okay.
cast Speak with Plants. Go ahead and ping that for me so that I can read the info on that.
Ping.
Ping. Okay, 10 minutes. Oh, and plants within 30 feet of you. Oh, wow. Okay, plants within 30 feet of you. Sentient.
Hello, my followers.
Okay.
This was Sorsha's plan all along. A vegetable army.
The vegetable uprising.
Yeah.
Go take down
It's not
Strahd.
the curse of Strahd, it's the curse of Sorsha.
You got to fight. You got to beat vampire with fruit.
Just an army of garlic.
Okay. Yeah, right. Marching in on Castle Ravenloft. Strahd just like, "Ew, get that away from me."
Jumps on a chair.
To be fair, it would be hard for them to sneak up on him though, because they do smell.
They do smell pretty bad.
Yeah.
Actually, pretty good. I like the smell of garlic, but whatever.
I do too, actually. yeah.
Okay,
I do,
so
but vampires don't.
carrots in the ground are now like you. I fucking love this. This is so good.
Very on brand.
Not in any way did I expect to start talking to carrots to solve this.
You should
happening.
never be
I
surprised by
love
what
it.
Sorsha
No,
does.
it is amazing. I love it. So, you cast Speak with Plants. What do you say?
Hello, little ones. I'm hoping you can help me.
Hi.
Hello. Sorry.
Whoa, this is weird.
Well, you're not the only one that feels that way. I'm wondering, are you able to tell me what caused all this scratching around here? Did you see what happened?
Oh. Yeah, big hairy creature.
Big hairy creature.
Yeah.
You've never seen it before?
No.
Do you know where it came from and where it went?
No. It went that way.
And then you are very aware of the fact that this carrot has no limbs to point in any direction.
Okay, so just tell me when I'm pointing in the right direction.
There you go. Yeah.
Ah, okay.
You are
North?
pointing. You are pointing towards the entrance of Krezk.
Towards the entrance of Chris. Okay. Did you notice anything else that was weird before the attack?
Wolf is eating.
What
Eating
is he-
us.
Eating you?
Yeah.
But if it is a werewolf, then it wouldn't just be eating vegetables. That is strange, little carrot.
Yeah.
Should I call you something else besides little carrot? Do you
Little
have a
carrot, my
preferred
name.
Oh, did I guess right?
Yeah.
Oh, that is amazing. Okay, well, if there's anything else that you don't know, or you don't think that I need to know, I will let you go back into growing in your little dirt.
Okay.
Okay, that answers that question. Okay.
That was weird.
Have a
You just hear like
have
the
a good
voice.
time.
You just hear the voice kind of trailing off.
Whoa, that was so weird.
Just going back to their own thing. Oh my goodness.
Fuck. Oh, hold on.
Little
Hold on,
carrot.
hold on. Little carrot.
So much for the darkest episode. Or whatever the fuck I said before.
I'm
what
really
we
good at
have here
lightening
is
the mood.
range.
Yeah.
I do.
I was hoping.
Okay, so I know I just did speak with plants, but can I also do a cantrip since it's not like in a battle or whatever?
Yeah, I mean, this is speak with plants is like a duration, so you're good. Yeah.
Okay.
For the next 10 minutes.
Hey, little carrot,
Oh, you're back.
would you like some water?
You got some?
Yes, I just want to say thank you for all your help.
You got the good shit.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, what you got?
don't tell the others, but I'll take it.
Is it the one from above or the one from below?
I'm good with either.
So then I'm just going to do like druid craft and do like a little rain cloud.
Sure. Yeah. Little.
That's it. Yeah.
Right ahead. Oh, this is good stuff.
Okay, bye.
Well, okay. It's still fucking weird.
I like to imagine that while this really VeggieTales conversation is happening, if you just turn the camera just a little bit to the side, it turns noir, and it's Johan's sleeves curled up,
Talking to himself about so the blood splatter splashes this way. And therefore, the wounds attack from this direction.
Of course.
Yeah.
But we don't see that because he's invisible.
Yeah. Oh, right.
If you turn the
It's just a
camera,
little fedora hat, but it's just floating
oh,
there.
I love it. I love it.
Like 3 feet off the ground.
Oh my god, I love it. That's so good.
I'm going to be like a Law and Order. He was a teacher. I guess school's out.
I guess the plants are no longer growing. Anyway, I'm gonna do. I want to investigate the
Okay.
crime scene.
Yeah.
I'm
go ahead
also
and do
gonna investigate. I want to check out the like scratches and everything to see if there's any like resemblance to the last werewolves we found. Any like
Okay.
similar tracks or claw marks.
Sure. So then Johan's just do it with advantage since you have
We can
Big ass.
investigate together, and it'll suck. 19. There. You
19.
Go. Not bad. And all.
I mean-
well, hold on. I can technically re-roll that.
does,
that one.
yeah,
Hold
does
on.
that work or is it like whenever your result is a 1?
Whenever I hold on, I'll read it.
Because that would be a good
When
question.
you
I mean,
roll
like,
a 1 on an attack roll,
Okay.
ability check, or saving throw. So I
okay,
do
so then you
to
get a
so it's
19 and an
19 or
18. Yeah. Okay, cool. So
Critical.
here you begin looking over the crime scene and Katya, you taking a look at specifically where everything is kind of cut up and dug out, you see a trail of bloody paw prints that seem to be leading towards the front of Krezk. You start to follow them, but it seems like it's only about 20 feet in that direction before the paw prints seem to have been washed away by the snow surrounding the area.
Mm-hmm. But
Joe
it
Hunt.
definitely does. Okay, go on.
Yeah, no, it definitely goes towards the front of
But
Krezk.
is it definitely a werewolf? Does it definitely look like the paw prints from last time?
It looks... So since you got a 19, it looks like smaller paw prints. So maybe not a werewolf.
Okay.
Are we talking?
Good enough.
Wolf?
It looks like a wolf's prints.
Oh.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought it was a boar, a wereboar or something, and I was so excited.
I'm actually suspecting a big rabbit.
That'd be cool. But
No,
Joe
it's
Hunt,
not that. Says the DM.
you
Yes.
find hidden within the mud near the blood splatter, you find, and you had to like dig under the snow a little bit to see, you saw like a scratch that went under the snow, so you started to dig away to see what was underneath, and you found this
Very big brain of me.
necklace made of twine.
Ooh.
And it
Does it
just
fit my outfit?
it doesn't. It's like it's a like very small twine rope type necklace that comes down to a little tiny doll.
Ugh.
The crafting is okay, but I mean it's cute in its own way.
Is it what does it smell like?
Currently,
Like
it's wet and it just smells a little bit like mildew at this point.
how long has it been since we left the house?
Since you left the house, probably like 10 minutes maybe. And once we get this resolved, good? No more questions? I just want to make sure.
What's the weather like?
The weather is pretty much same as usual. It's not snowing, it's not raining.
Overcast.
But it's definitely cold here. Overcast as well, yeah. Sorsha? You're muted.
Oh, muted.
Sorry, I was like, I keep drinking and eating, and I'm trying really hard to make sure you don't hear it. Is that ray of sunshine still going towards?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah. So, as you finish looking around, and almost in the middle of it as well, you hear Esmeralda and Emmerich, who she had told you before, coming out. And Esmeralda just looks to everybody and says, if you're ready, Emmerich said that we can go see the body. And you could see Emmerich just like very much silent. You see a very similar behavior as to you guys in the very early morning, now talking about his dead husband, very much lost in his own thoughts. But you all follow, entering this house. The lights are dimmed, and in this dark place, you see this body that was placed on a table, seeming to be like the best place that they could put it without putting it on the bed or on the floor. But it is covered.
How dark are we talking about?
It's dimly lit. It's like it's almost as if this person had turned the lights down low so that they didn't have to see in all its splendor the dead body of their husband. It seems like they're just, or like they're in a depressive state where they are trying to get over the mourning stages.
Gotcha.
But as you enter and begin making your way towards the body, you see Emmerich looking away and looking towards Esmeralda, who grabs his hands and says, "It's okay if you don't want to be here for this." And he says, No. I want to know what happened. And so Esmeralda just looks towards each of you, just nods. We'll be right back. So she comes up and she will aid anybody that would like to do an investigation check, or medicine check rather, if you want to look at the body.
I would like to.
Go ahead with advantage.
No. Okay.
$19 and 14.
13.
19 is very good. Uncovering the body, you can see that the eyes have been closed. The armor that they had been wearing is torn up. In 2 different places, you see large slashes. And Katya, at the sight of this, you can see that, again, similar to those paw prints that you had seen before, these slashes seem to be smaller than any werewolf that you had ever fought. It seems like this might have just been a regular wolf that slashed at this guard, this militia member. Sorsha, you taking a look at the body, at the edge of one of the slashes, you see a tuft of fur that seemed to have gotten stuck in there.
Mm-hmm.
But
I'll, gingerly try and take it out.
Yeah.
What do I see?
This little ball of fur is gray, but it's more on the white end of that gray scale. And the bottom part of it is just soaked in blood, being inside of this cut. The actual clump of fur is about 2 inches long, and the bottom half of it is just red, and the other top half is speckled with red, but you can clearly see that it is white fur. Or, gray, more white.
Grayish white, yeah. Am I able to tell if it's wolf fur or...
Go ahead and do a nature check.
I was gonna offer to assist.
Oh, a 20.
That was really good.
Wow.
I know. It did really dirty.
So, taking a look at this fur, it's very clearly woven. It's lupine in nature. It does seem a little light to be a werewolf, though. I mean, not a werewolf, to be a wolf. You know, winter wolves specifically are heavier fur. And though you only have this small clump of fur, each individual strand itself isn't as thick as it usually is.
This is not right.
No, it's not.
No. No, most of the wolves that are in this area or around would have thicker. And when I was talking to the carrots, I know that sounds weird, but when I was talking to the carrots...
Not them, okay, carry on.
Okay.
That's a sticker.
When I was talking to the carrots, he said that they were, whatever was scratching around the crops was eating the vegetables. If it was a werewolf or a wolf, they're primarily, I don't know what's the word, eat things that are
carnivore.
Yeah. So I just got a 20 on nature and I can't even think of that word. So there's something not right with this.
The paw prints and the scratch marks are too small to be a werewolf as well. So something else did this.
Yes. The carrot said that it headed out of town.
And that's where the paw prints led it to.
Can I investigate the body for any marks that aren't claws? Like maybe some teeth marks, like
Sure.
they got bitten off, or
Absolutely. Go ahead and
Something-
do an investigation check.
21.
21.
Yeah.
Also, take disadvantage off your thing. It keeps on rolling with disadvantage. I don't know if it doesn't show up on the
It's
rolls
because you
when it's
made
that
me.
weird.
I think you used
I
your
did.
disadvantage
I did.
roll last time.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a bitch.
I had to use it at some point. It was gonna be the Strahd encounter. You taking a look at other parts of the body, you don't see any. You see the 2 slash marks primarily, within which you see that there was a deeper puncture wound that seems to have been a tooth, but it's not very far inside, so it was easily missed.
Just bites
Which is
with
why a
tooth.
19 medicine wouldn't have even seen it. And again, this tooth mark isn't very big.
Could you repeat that, but like dumb?
Sure. You see that hidden within the slash marks, there are
Yeah.
puncture wounds of what you would imagine to be teeth, which is why
Okay.
it was difficult to see. But again,
Would I be able to identify what type of teeth? As in, not like very specifically, but are they canine? Are they rodent? Are they?
they look like canine teeth. Lupine.
Pine. Word of the day.
Fascinating. Yeah, I got nothing.
Well, maybe we should go out of town and see if we can find some more tracks.
I think that is a good idea.
We can tell the burgomaster what we found as well. It's on the way to the gate, so I imagine that would be. And we should probably stock up on silvered weapons if none of you have any. Saying that werewolves are resistant to anything other than silvered weapons, or magical if you have those.
I
I
have,
do have. Yeah.
I have a couple daggers, but that was all I was able to get.
Those can do pretty
Flash.
good.
We've question. We've
Yes.
fought werewolves before, correct?
Yeah?
Yeah.
Did they regenerate?
No.
Okie dokie. Good to know. Yes. Let's
So-
keep going.
Okay. Okay.
Let's hit the road.
So, you all begin to make your way towards the Burgomaster's mansion. Not mansion, sorry. That's Valakai speaking. Burgomaster's cottage. This cottage is a little bit bigger than most. Not very big. Not nearly as big as the Burgomaster's mansion back in Valakai, but
For context, Sorsha, it was really big. The
What was
Burgomaster-
really big?
the mansion for the Burgomaster of
just talking about how
Valakai.
big Valakai mansion.
Just
But you come
need
to
context.
the Burgomaster's cottage and you see not yet. We're gonna go to break.
Okay.
We're gonna go to break and then we'll be right back. We're gonna be giving away during the break
Oh yeah.
a free copy of The Quiet Year. It's a 2 to 4 player thing where one of them facilitates this game, and it's like a 2 to 4 hour thing where it's a
That's
deck.
incredibly professional.
yeah, dude.
Is this the one where you're supposed to have like you're not supposed to speak and it's supposed to be about being stealthy and silent in your RP, and you'll do it all through text.
Yeah. Oh no,
Yeah.
not that. Not over text. This one is a card game with like a regular deck of cards, and they have like different events per card, and they have bad cards, good cards.
Kind of like
Gotcha.
managing a society. It's a cool game.
Yeah. So, anyways, we'll give you a free copy of that for roll 20. Jeez, read 20. And we're gonna start the giveaway right now. The code is !loss. That's what it is, because we had lost some people. So, anyways, we'll see y'all later. 15 minutes. Peace. See ya. Bye. Hello, welcome back. We're gonna do our giveaway thing, which no, we're not. Nobody wants quiet here. That's fine. We're good.
It's okay.
All right, it's cool.
Eventually, somebody's gonna take it when we run out of other options.
Exactly right. Well, with that aside, you all make your way towards the burgomaster's little cottage at the front of Krezk, just near the entrance, and outside of which you see a very interesting sight. The burgomaster is currently in a hushed yet intense conversation with a person that the kind you haven't seen here. You see the burgomaster speaking to a very tall, purple-skinned tiefling. And that is where we're going to bring in Extell.
Hello.
Extell.
It is I.
Extell, please describe your character to us.
Yeah.
Axres is a very tall tiefling. He has purple skin that tapers off into reddish around the ears and the tips of his hands. He has curled horns that also have some red in them, also going into purple. And his tail does the same thing with red at the tip and has a few spikes on it. He's wearing what looks like, well, it can only be described as commoner's clothes. And he does not look happy.
So, as you come to this situation happening, you see like this hushed yet intense conversation between the two of them until it finally stops, and the burgomaster just hold on one second. These are the people that I was talking about. Well, at least Esmeralda. And he turns to your group and says, "So, Esmeralda, I don't know if you were able to look into the attack that we had talked about yesterday morning." And she's like, yes, we actually are coming back from that. We were going to update you and say that, well, I didn't do the investigation. I was kind of letting them take the lead on that. What did you all find?
We don't
Not
think
all at
this is
once.
we don't think it's a werewolf.
And you
Probably
see
something a little smaller. But we found tracks leading it out of town. We were about
I see.
to go investigate.
Okay, well, my friend Axres here. He was talking about possibly something similar happening to his daughter. So, saying that you are done with that one, I wouldn't ask too much of you, but Esmeralda, I know that we had a bit of an agreement on, the werewolves, and she says, "Oh, it is okay. We are looking for something to do today." So, sure. Point us in the direction. It's your house, and she points over to Axres.
Yes, I have not seen her since. Just come.
I will stay here if you don't mind. I have other things that I have to do, but if you need me, I will be here. And he puts his hand onto your shoulder, Axres, showing like a bit of like camaraderie, but like he just says, with everything said, I'm sorry that this is happening, and I hope we will make sure that it is right.
I'm going to find my daughter, whether you help or not, so.
He removes his hand
I appreciate
it. And then he takes his leave, entering into his cottage. And Axres, you lead them around, taking from the burgomaster's cottage, the right-hand trail. And a few cottages down, you come to this humble, yet very nice blacksmith setting, but the cottage itself is a very nice, small, similar to, everybody else's, but out front you see a very well-made forge and blacksmithy.
As you step in, the forge is, you can still feel the heat because he kind of left it in a hurry. And he leads you into his house where I last saw her here, and can you all help me? Please?
Bringing everybody into the room, Leyland's room, you all see everything is relatively tidy. It's a very normal room. There's a bed. There's a small nightstand just next to it. The window is currently open. You see a small wardrobe that is just next to the door, and a even smaller desk that the chair is currently pulled in or pushed in. You find clothes on the ground, showing that it was maybe not cleaned, but other than that, it doesn't seem like anything's really catching your eye just yet.
What? As a player, you don't want to second guess a fellow party PC player, right?
Sure.
But Johan's is like really on edge.
Sure.
Is he and he's also invisible. Is he getting any bad vibes from this new
Go ahead and do
entity?
an insight check.
Yeah. I'm trying. That was yeah. Natural 20.
Yeah.
Nice. It is very... Hold on.
Legally, you have to tell us all of your secrets now.
Legally.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
Well, it all
How
started.
old are you? What's your social security number?
Of
Not
course,
even like
of
your
course.
character, just your personal one.
Yes.
Well,
It all
whole
started with
autobiography of this character.
He just opens up a billion word document.
It is
Pulls up a
clear
chair.
that this person isn't really worried about who you are or what you're doing, as long as you are that means to the end of finding his daughter. If there's anything else, Extell, that you want to add to that, I mean, that's totally up to you.
I did roll the natural 20. Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So you need to give me like your entire life story.
Of course.
Well, looking at him, you see something I forgot to mention before is there's a scar above his left eye that kind of splits his eyebrow, and it goes from the top of his forehead a bit and down underneath the eye. He looks like he works a lot, hammering away. His forearms are thick and muscly. When you look into his eyes, they're almost emotionless. He's showing a lot of frustration on his face, but his eyes are almost always nothing. They're almost dead. And you can tell that he has been through some things.
So, with all of that information, you're brought to this room and said that this was the last place that the daughter had been seen.
You will find your daughter. Could you tell us her name?
Leyland Ozonis.
Leyland. And any description? Anything that might help?
I'm pretty sure it would be easy to spot her.
Is she
Oh.
a tiefling?
Yes. Her horns are similar to mine, though she is a different color.
Well, who wants to start? I will help as much as I can.
I am already snooping
Okay, sure.
while in prison.
Sorsha, what would you like to do as well?
Are there any plants?
Inside, unfortunately, it doesn't seem like there's any plants. There are outside, though. Just outside, there's a small tree and any pieces of grass that stick out from the layered snow.
Okay.
Bushes.
I'll be right back.
Coming outside. Okay.
Is there a window?
There is a window. And as you come up to it, you notice that it is currently open.
Yeah, can I like peek outside and see if there's any like footprints right outside it or
Sure.
anything like
Do
that?
a perception check. And Johans, go ahead and do an investigation check with advantage because Esmeralda will be also looking around.
Wow,
23.
disadvantage as well.
23. Here, one sec while I
got an 11.
I got a rock.
11
Right.
is like the rock of dice rolls if you really think about
That
it.
it is. That it is.
I
Also,
don't.
here is the look of that character art. Just BT dubs for y'all.
Damn!
Looking toy.
Oh.
So,
That there is a dad.
So, unfortunately, Katya, looking outside, you find that the boot prints that could have been there, possibly would have been there, are unseen, as it seems that layered snow has covered any tracks that might have been there. However, Johans, with
Hello.
such a dope 23 in investigation.
What can I say? I'm pretty good.
One of the things that you notice, taking a look around and conferring with Esmeralda, who is just basically talking, seeing like just bits and pieces of.
Because we can talk
right,
into
right.
each other's minds now.
Oh man! So you guys are just basically talking to each other, and you're saying, "Here, look at this," and she's, "Oh yes, but what over here?" You find one of the main things that is striking is that there's no sign of a struggle. You uncover the blanket and you find now a pool of blood on the bed. It tastes like
That's
blood. Yeah.
What is that?
Katya. Another thing that is noticed is as you're up to the windowsill, you place your hands on it, looking outside, and then looking at your hands, you don't see any scratches or anything like that.
That was my next question. That's a bust.
Dude, why did it have to be a fucking rooster? There's a loose rooster around our neighborhood, and it is a fucking menace.
I love it.
Like, it is single-handedly fixing my sleeping schedule. I kid you not.
Oh, no.
That bitch
Doing
always outside my window, and now you throw that shit at me? How fucking dare you?
I'll take the roosters out.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
No, it's fine.
Because Sirenscape, you can edit all of
Good
your
plug.
audio.
Good plug.
That is the most shameless plug I've ever heard.
Speaking of
Anyways.
plugs, shout outs to Sabrina, our own Blair,
this-
Updog Images. for
Updog
character
Images.
art.
Yeah.
Check out on Twitter, Updog Images. I totally forgot. I'm so sorry. At
Big
Updog
sh-
Images.
Big shout outs to Sabrina. We love her for doing all of her
Great
character
art.
arts.
Great art.
Thank you, Sabrina.
You can see
Incredible
the down here the party art for all of them. Updog Images. Check her
The
out.
down here party art.
Down here party art. Anyways.
Yeah.
So
Do I get anything else out of that 23, or it's just like there's blood and no
it
struggle?
just, I mean, taking a look at all of this information, it just seems odd. It definitely doesn't look anything similar to the previous attack that was reported to be a werewolf.
Two
It
follow-up
doesn't
questions.
seem like these are connected.
Two follow-up questions.
Yes.
One, how long has it been since we left Jimson's house?
Probably about like 45-ish.
Perfect. Second question. From the way the blood is currently on the bed, would I be able to identify whether this was her being bludgeoned, scratched? Because you said there's
Go ahead
blood
and
on
do a
the bed,
medicine
right?
check.
God, I mean,
blood
look at that
splatter.
investigation. It's so great.
With
Dexter now.
with
never
advantage
mind.
because
Okay.
Esmeralda is going to be looking as well
This
because
is gonna
I'm
be
sure that
bad. 2 18s.
18 and 18. Taking a look at this blood on the bed. It doesn't look like it was a slashing attack by any means. You would see blood somewhere else if something were to have slashed at a person's body. It doesn't look like a bludgeoning attack because bludgeoning doesn't necessarily mean blood.
Well, but I mean, you could like put a blanket over something and then smash
Sure.
it.
Piercing is probably the best that you can think of, but even
Are
then,
there-
this
But are there?
blood stain doesn't seem to be centralized into this one
what
spot.
would constitute
It's
as a wound?
right, and you don't see any sort of struggle or anything like that. In any other way, it doesn't have like a piercing mark in the bedding. It's hard to figure out exactly what might have happened.
It is unnatural.
It is unnatural. It doesn't seem like with an 18, I mean, like, you would know that it doesn't seem like it came from any wound.
I'm going to speak into our gracious host's mind real quick. I want to say, hey, what happened? Heck?
That's gonna be very refreshing.
Oh, yeah.
You see his face turns into confusion and then to anger.
Hello. I am going to ask an important question. If there happened to be a halfling in this room that is invisible for safety reasons, would it be all right if they stopped being invisible? Or
Are you alright, sir?
you can
look a
reply. You
little
can
distressed.
You can think the answer if you want to. You can talk to me back.
You can reply to this message.
He's having trouble finding words, but you see he just says out loud, "If you do that again, we're going to have problems."
I'm
Taking
sorry.
a hit. What?
I become visible and I go, okay, not doing that again.
Johans, you have to warn people before you do that. How many
Johans, did you do
times
the
have I
thing
told
that
you?
I need to be careful, okay?
Okay.
I apologize for our friend. He means well.
Hello, I'm Johans.
He has been silently helping us in this investigation. You have to understand that there are other things than just werewolves that we have to protect ourselves from.
I am also going to be using some of my
Who was that?
question.
Who was what?
Did the Baron go home, or is he here too?
No.
Baron is. Oh, that was Esmeralda.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought it didn't sound like.
Sir. I'm a dude.
I don't know,
It's hard. Especially when everyone has a
Bro,
fucking
I know.
same exact accent.
Bro.
Like,
Tell me about it.
anyways.
If only you had some kind of like universal control over what accents all the characters have.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it makes the most sense. It really does.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
So, sir, that person. Hello.
His name is Axres.
Yes.
Yes.
You don't. I'm going. So, I know it's already established that I use magic.
Yes, I can tell.
Yeah. Now, that's not exactly the most well-received thing. I mean no harm. But would it be alright for me to continue to use magic in your home, sir?
If it helps find my daughter, sure.
Perfect. I
But-
will now. Huh?
I ask you to please never do that again. Yeah.
He won't. He won't do that again. Just leave the mind reading to me and you, okay?
It's not,
At least
it's
for
not
now.
Reading. People need to
You
willingly
know
let
what I
me-
meant. You know what I meant.
This whole time he's been like twiddling the ring on his fingers, messing with it and kind of pacing back and forth.
Why don't I just start ritual casting Identify on the blood just to see if it's
Okay,
magic?
sure. While you do that, Esmeralda will just... Okay, you got that? Turns to Axres. So, Axres, I know that there's probably a lot on your mind, but a few of us were thinking about... I've been looking into the werewolves and their den that is somewhere in the forest. We were thinking about going out there and investigating what was going on with, the werewolves and seeing why there was an attack here. And I was just wondering, would you mind making silver weapons? Do you have any on hand?
We can
Yeah.
pay.
This has been happening for a while. I prepared some in advance. They're over there. Unless you want me to silver your weapons.
Oh, mine are already silvered. But I think, which one of you need to have silvered? I think it's just you, right? Looking over to Katya.
I wouldn't say no to a longsword.
And
Sure.
you, in fact, do have a longsword, a silvered longsword that,
Oh yeah.
yeah. I know that we didn't really set up like an entire list, but you do have enough silver to make a longsword, ergo, you made a longsword. We'll just call it as it is.
This entire time, Sorsha's been outside trying to talk to a tree.
Right! You were talking to a tree! Okay.
Can I
So-
just do one quick thing? Can I like fleece this bed and look for fur?
Yes, go ahead and do an investigation check.
Or to like step in there. Nope. Go on ahead. Let's talk to
You
a
do not
tree.
find any fur in this bed.
Fine.
But, Sorsha, you come outside to find... There is a tree that is just outside of the window, like on one of the corners of the house. This room is in the back corner of the cottage, and the window goes out to the back. Just next to that corner is a relatively old tree that kind of is just perched over the cottage, and you make your way over there.
How long has it been since I talked to Little Carrot?
It would have been about like 10 minutes, 15.
Damn it. Okay. Well, then I'm going to speak with plants again.
Okay.
Hello. I am Sorsha.
Hello, Sorsha.
How are you today?
Well, pretty cold.
Pretty cold. Oh, I can understand that. Yes, it is cold outside. There is snow. It's logical. I was wondering if you could help me.
Well, I'll try if I can.
Not too long ago, a little girl was taken from this home. Did you see anything going on?
I'm gonna roll a perception check. See if the tree was looking. 17. Okay.
He was looking.
Tree just.
Little one came out of that hole.
Was she by herself? Was she by herself?
Yes. Ran out of the window. Went far, I couldn't see.
Which, I'm going to point in a direction, and you can tell me if that direction is right on where the little girl went.
That way.
And
That way.
you
Okay.
point towards the entrance of Krezk.
And you did not see or anything else that may have been with her or hear any noises inside?
No, it was dark.
But did you hear anything?
No, only steps as she was walking.
So she was alone. Okay. Any other details you think might be important? Because we need to find this little girl.
She had a sword ready. But no, nothing that I could say would be important.
Okay. Well, you have been very helpful, and I really appreciate you. And then I'm assuming that I could create like a little bit of warmth with my druid craft. Just
Sure,
like
yeah.
not fire, but like, you know,
I'd imagine that you could do that, yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to envelop him in some warmth. Thank you.
You see the tree shake a little bit of snow coming down as it gets a little comfortable.
Yeah.
Thank you. That was
No.
very
Thank you.
nice.
That is very nice. Yes, thank you. And I really hope that window was open so that everyone could see this very one-sided conversation of Sorsha talking to a tree.
Katya was the main one that saw that as she was looking outside of the window during that time, but absolutely.
Yeah, I was like looking at it, and I like look up and see this, and then I went to check the bed and found
Yeah,
nothing.
well, very on par for Sorsha. And then I'll like run in really quick and then like look at everyone, and I'll look at what's his name?
Axres.
Axres?
Axres, yeah. So the tree outside said that she left by herself and she was carrying a sword. Do you know why she could have left by herself and why she was carrying a sword?
Oh no. Oh no, 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 no.
What happened?
Which way did she go?
She went through the front door.
We need to go.
Where? What are we going?
Let's go.
I believe I know, DM, but you tell me if I know. Do I know where she went?
As all of this information is coming out, as you learn that, oh, it's not a werewolf, you start to see the pieces of evidence as well yourself. Like, you notice that the armor mannequin that you have her armor placed on just next to yours is empty. You see that the place where she keeps her short sword is gone. You see that her pack seems to have is missing. And with this information, it seems like you know what happened, and it was difficult to remember last night's events because of those reasons as to why, and it's blurry, but you remember bits and pieces, and you remember werewolf. You remember screaming about this one topic. And you remember some talk of wanting to go to learn more at the den. And then you remember you strictly forbidding it. And her rushing off into her room.
We have to go to the werewolf den.
You
now.
know where the werewolf den is?
Everybody knows where it is.
I can look over at Esmeralda like,
Well,
is this through?
You know that it's in the forest. You don't know exactly where it is. That's the bit there. But Esmeralda is. I've been looking these past couple of weeks. Dimitri hired me to go and find it, but we can try. I have the
go find
tracks
it,
that I have found, and we can look. Okay.
And you see,
Then let's go look.
you see, Axres goes over to the armor mannequin, and he looks at it. It's gray and purple with chains all over it, and seems like he's having trouble touching it, but he powers through it, and he grabs pieces, and he excuses himself and goes to put it on.
As you're putting it on, one second. Sorry, one sec. I'm opening up my notes. Where'd this one go? Oh, I know where it is. As you're putting it on, this immediate realization as to what is happening, your mind darts from one idea to the other, one terrible result to another, and you arrive to your worst fear. Strahd. If he didn't outright kill her, maybe he was using her against you? If he did kill her, you know what you have to do. And with that understanding, that's when you finally muscle through and grab this armor. You go into the other room, in your room, and begin assembling this armor piece by piece, donning it, and you begin to hear the voice that you had pushed away in the back of your head. That voice that you've tried not to listen to. Voice of hate, voice of anger, the voice of vengeance. You hear it calling to you again.
She was the last tie to this world. Are you ready to stop feeling sorry for yourself and finally do something about it?
I don't know who you are.
I am vengeance. Are you ready to fight the greater evil of Barovia and destroy Strahd and his allies?
If he has taken the last hope that I have, his head will wither to dust in my hands. This is the oath I take.
Do you vow to show no mercy for the wicked and the ones that have wronged you?
Everyone who does me or did me wrong shall fall by my sword.
Are you willing to do what is necessary to save Leyland and end his reign?
To kill him, I'll destroy this world if I have to.
And should you fail, do you vow to stop at nothing to right your mistakes and finish what you have started?
Yes.
You feel a familiar feeling that you haven't had in decades. Feeling of power coming over your body once again. You clench your fists and feel strong again. Like a fire has been erupted into you. But Axres returns back to the group with a full dress-up of plate armor, looking very powerful.
Man, I need one of those.
Can make you one.
Oh, nice. That was just myself. It's okay. Look at me.
I might pick you up on that.
So about the longsword, we want to make sure that when we go there, at least she will have something.
Yeah, and he goes over to a like cabinet, so to speak. It's tall, and in it are a bunch of weapons. And he picks out one, and he's like, "This is what you wanted, right?"
And you now have a silvered longsword, Katya.
Baller. Thank you.
He reaches back into it, and you see it now. It's a oranges, the handle, and there's infernal inscription on it. He reaches into cabinet and grabs the great sword, and he looks at everyone and says, "Thank you for helping me."
Well, we haven't done that just yet. So let's see what we find.
And he walks out.
Once he's out, it hasn't been 10 minutes, has it?
Yeah, because putting on that heavy armor would have taken a really long time, so it would have been 10 minutes.
It's not magical, is it? It's just regular.
It's not magical.
blood.
It's regular blood, yeah.
just wanted to-
But you know,
But now
I imagine
know
that this
it's
is
not
like
magical.
you know the DNA of this, but you don't have anything to match it with. So
So it's fucking nothing then.
it's in your head, If you find more blood that's similar to this and you identify it, you could probably match it, but...
Let me just sit at every single pool of blood we come
You could.
across for 10
You could if
minutes.
you want to,
and have
but
a-
this is-
and categorize blood by DNA.
This is your guys' game. You can do whatever you want. It's D&D. So,
I got nothing, guys. I'm sorry. Let's go.
begin making your way out towards the gates of Krezk. And begin your journey into the forests beyond its gates. And it's going to be a bit of an early session, but we're going to end there as you all begin to go into... Oh, okay.
Okay.
Well, what would you like to say just before going into the forest?
I wanted to approach Sorsha real quick. I wanted to say,
You do so.
Hey,
Oh, hello.
Sorsha, hello. You can turn into animals, right?
That's well, some of them. I can't fly yet, but I'm getting there. What is up?
You think you
What
could
is
teach me
going
how to
through
do?
your noggin?
I want. Well, I was telling you. Do you think you could teach me how to do that? Is that?
I don't know if I can teach you that. It was just something that I was born with. Maybe it's Maple.
No, it's the journals.
But that, I mean, like I can try. I can definitely give it a shot.
Okay.
Anything for you, Johans.
Thank you. I'm now gonna drift to the other side of the group when I go over to Axres.
Arxes.
Arxes is in the very front of the group. He is leading the charge towards Krezk's
Listen.
gates.
It's gonna take a little bit, but I'm gonna catch up somehow. I will full action dash to catch up. But I'm gonna go. Sir. Hey. Hello.
Yes.
You have a lot of materials for things and such, right?
Yes.
Do you think you have any of these? And I hand him over my the project that I'm supposed to work on that I haven't been able to because I don't have the materials for. And I'm just gonna hand over. It's literally just like a receipt, like a receipt.
Just a long list of different
Just a long
materials.
list of
Yeah.
fucking all sorts of things that I need for my arcane stuff.
What is this for? Is this like, are you trying to make something? What's going on? Yeah, I don't have all of these, I don't think, but I can get it.
Cool.
Cool.
They are for magic stuff.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
So,
It's one of those. It's like it's related to the mind thing that you don't want me to do, but it's not for me. It's for everybody else.
I'm trying to focus on finding my daughter, and you kind of...
Well, I mean, we're walking and talking. I mean, I'm going to be very helpful in finding your daughter. So I
just had like a whole moment back there, and I'm trying to stay in that vibe, you know.
It was a great moment too. Yeah, I just kind of slowed my pace.
he's just walking, you just stop, kind of, and just keep going. I love it. And that's where we'll end, because that's a fucking great moment.
Yep.
So, as you guys are going to go into the Old Sphalic the forest just outside of Krezk.
That's the official name now.
That's
It's the
it.
Old Father.
We're going to end there. It's an early session, but there's a whole arc that we're going to get into, and I just want to keep that for next session. But anyways, thank you all so much for joining us for tonight. And thank you, Momo, for using your 31K to give all the inspiration. It's good to see you in there. If you're watching the recording of this episode, thank you so much. Please like, subscribe, smash the bell button, and do all this stuff. If you're listening to the podcast, please leave us a review. helps with the algorithm and all that good stuff. And make sure to follow us on social media at TalkingXP for all updates and stuff. Yeah, cool. Welcome, Extell, to our stream.
Welcome to the party.
Happy to
We're
be here.
super excited to have you.
So excited to be like fucking destroyed by this fucking father figure.
So good. I'm so excited. We now have the paladin in our midst. So it is gonna be great.
A lot of smites are gonna happen.
Oh, so much smite.
So many smites.
So good.
Anyways,
need spells.
thank you all so much for joining us. Make sure to level up, and we'll see you all next time. Bye, everybody.
Bye.